Good morning. It's just me and Meg the monster this morning. And so far so good. Just a little bit of wind. They were threatening some pretty high winds today. We actually got quite a bit of wind last night. So we'll see. So far so good. And Meg is to walking with Daddy now. And so she's wanting to take me all through the tulips. Hey Will, good morning. How are you? It's a beautiful day. We had a great day yesterday. And looking forward to another one. We're doing great. Just another beautiful day in paradise. Especially in the morning. Got pretty warm yesterday. But mornings are where it's at here in the desert. Meg was pretty excited. We had a rabbit in our yard right under the car. Yeah, you can ask me again in August, right? August is pretty darn hot here, but we'll see. Meg's excited. Everything's exciting to her. Well, I haven't done a whole lot of videos in the backyard, but the jujubes came to life. I'm excited about that. She is a sweet girl. You should have seen her leap off the bed when I asked her if she wanted to go for a walk. I think she made it halfway across the room. Yeah, I'm very excited about the jujubes. It seems to be the trend this year. Everything that I've ordered, which I don't have room for anything else, everything that I've ordered has been like a stick with roots, which bare roots. In the past, they've had at least a few leaves on them. But I read that it would take 6 weeks, and it really only took about a week for it to wake up. So that's very encouraging. Probably just needed a little heat. So, yep. I mean, I'm guessing it's going to take about 3 years to actually get any fruit. That's kind of how most of these things go. But now we'll be watching for the grapes to wake up because they're kind of the same. We've got our water adjusted. So, just taking care of them. Definitely going to have to watch for any insect life trying to get on the grapes. The jujubes are pretty tolerant of a lot of things, so that's going to be a rock star, hopefully stress-free addition to the yard. Trees. Where I come from, there's a lot of trees, so I celebrate the trees that we have. And our sunflowers are starting to bloom. There's actually a few that the quail didn't eat, so that's pretty exciting. And I put so many sunflower seeds out. I'm not sure which ones these are, but I'm just happy to get any to come up. So yeah, well, there's a lot of quail here, and we were feeding them. We didn't intentionally plan to feed the quail, but we rescued a dove in 2020. It was a little fluffy chick that got blown out of a nest, and we hand raised it. Like, we actually fed it baby parrot formula for a few weeks until we graduated it to seed, and then graduated it to living outside. And for a very long time, basically 5 years, we were putting feed out for this bird. But of course that attracted quail and every other bird, which was kind of cool. The quail chicks are just adorable. But the quail just were so destructive this spring. I mean, literally, like, I came out one morning early and found, oops, I got to get a bag out. I found all of them in my almond tree. So then I got to thinking, Well, maybe the reason I've never really gotten very many almonds is the quail were eating them the whole time, but... And then they were attacking the sunflowers and just about everything else. Oops. Okay, let mommy get it. Okay, hold on. I know, it's so exciting. All right, I gotta clean this up. All right, Meg. Let me get it. All right, let's go find a trash can here. Looks like we got a little bit of a walk to get to one. So yeah, we stopped feeding them. I can't work that hard to grow stuff. Oh yeah, they ate all my basil. So hopefully I put some more seeds out. Hopefully those come up. They were so nice. I started seeds for like 4 different families. I was trying to mentor like 4 different people for gardening. And they're all sending me pictures. Well, 2 of them. 2 of them are green thumbs, it turns out. They're sending me pictures of their basil. And I'm like, oh, those darn quail. Magno, come on. Let's throw this away. I don't know what you're interested in. It's probably some kind of rodent or critter, but we're going for the trash can. I don't want to carry this for the whole walk. You know, they're really cute, but everything in the desert is hungry. We also had a rabbit getting in the yard too, but I can kind of tell the difference between when a quail or a rabbit are trying to eat something. When a rabbit is trying to eat something, it's completely gone. There's like no trace of it left. But the quail, they leave sharp bite marks, like you took scissors and you just chopped on something. What's that? Did you find a ball? There's a rabbit up there. That's true. I agree. And the problem is they weren't saving any nutrition for us, so they're very cute. And of course, if they show up in the yard with chicks, they'll be welcome to take shelter in our yard while they're raising their babies, but they're going to have to be a little more self-sustaining. So anyway, I definitely enjoy birds a lot. I love birds. And oh, you got to go again? Nope. Okay. False alarm. Pretty flowers on the ground. Yeah, we definitely wouldn't chase off any chicks, any birds with chicks for sure. We don't actually chase them off anyway, but we just kind of took away the welcome mat, right? Anyway, beautiful morning here. I'm gonna have to start working some of my compost from my electric compost machine into my grow room dirt. I did a little bit of that and it was successful as far as not sprouting mold, but the dirt that we bought from the nurseries is just not very good quality. So things are growing in the dirt and it's coming up, but it's not holding any water. And I screened all the wood out. So I'm guessing what I have a lot of is like clay, right? So not very good quality dirt. So it's growing, but I have to watch the water so carefully. But I think if I start mixing some of my compost in there, that will improve the soil quality. It really is. Well, it's so lame. I was so frustrated. The first dirt we used, I didn't realize that I was going to have problems with the wood content sprouting mushrooms, and I had mushrooms coming up all over the place. So I'm like pulling mushrooms, right? So now as I've had things, we've eaten it or rotated it out, right? Because I did give some plants away to friends. I've been replacing the dirt. So I screened, we got different dirt, and they're like, oh, there's no wood in this dirt. And I screened it, and it did have wood. I screened it out, but I think there's a lot of clay content, so you don't have you don't have good drainage, and it doesn't hold the moisture. It's just weird, right? I did add a little sand, which helps a little bit, right? But I'm going to add my electric compost. I wasn't sure how well that would work because I didn't want it to be so organic that it sprouted mold, because that can happen too, right? But I did test a couple of the trays. Just did a test because I didn't want to do all of them and then suddenly have a new problem. But it does actually work. So now I just need to make a little time to get out there and start working it in. Like, I'm not going to add a whole bunch at once. I'm just going to work a little bit in. And I think it's actually going to work really well. I'm pretty excited about this because I would love it if I could eventually produce most of my own fertilizer, right? Just with compost. I don't know if compost alone is adequate, but we'll find out, at least if we can definitely improve our soil content quality. Thank you. Thanks for the well wishes. Man, look at this beautiful day. Blue sky. We have an outdoor compost bin, and with the heat that we have here, you definitely have to make sure you add water to it or nothing happens, right? It just dries up, like literally forms a lump. And I kind of messed up last year because when I was pruning the apple, I was cutting off these soft tender shoots off the apple and throwing it in there, not realizing that they would dry up and turn into wooden sticks. So one of my bins has a lot of that. So I've been having to keep adding organic material, hoping that that breaks down. I think I'm having some success. That's cool about your hydroponics. We were doing that as well. We were doing hydroponics as well, and then my husband gifted me this year with a grow room. And we didn't really actually have a whole lot of space for hydroponics inside the house, but I mean, it definitely was an alternative, and we did it. And the tomatoes did really good inside. The lettuces did really good inside. Did get some peppers. And up until now, the compost that I've generated in our outdoor compost bins, I've been using that around the fruit trees. And we have 2 bins, so I mean, it's not like we can produce a whole lot of it. But I used the electric composter over the winter, and I actually topped off all my pots. You know how when you're gardening, your dirt gets compressed over the course of the season, right? So I actually was able to fill all my pots. Hey, Eddie, welcome to the channel. I don't need a slave, but welcome to the channel. Vlad, I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know what that means. Yeah, well, I agree. As long as they're not mean, I guess. We're kind of talking about gardening here today, folks. So, gardening, birds, and the beautiful outdoors. So that's kind of what our channel's about. We do a little cooking and some sewing too. Lately, it's been heavy emphasis on the gardening because we just finally got everything planted in our yard. So that's pretty awesome. Well, you know, Eddie, I have a wonderful husband. I appreciate the sentiment, and we actually clean the house together. We make a great team. Morning. Oh, wow. Meg's got a little energy today. Hi, how are you? She's got a little energy. Anyway, I think this might be time to, yeah, I gotta watch her. She is fired up. She didn't really get to be a puppy because she was so mistreated. So now she's a 5-year-old dog being a puppy, and she's pretty strong. But yeah, hey, thanks for hanging out today. Well, I think we're going to end the stream now. I hope everybody has a blessed day, and thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching.